I've been teaching theatre for 25 years and I have to say that this year is rather special.
Even if you killed your husband, it wasn't out of malice. I believe in my father.
Do I accept her?
Hello, I'm Dongyi Kim from grade 11 and I'm playing the role of Sifang and Black Dragon. We find it hard to act as another person. We have to talk like them, our volume, our attitude, everything has to be that person. It's not me on the stage, it's my character on the stage. It's kind of challenge for the actors, but I think it's the great opportunity to be somebody else.
We'll turn into a battle between Mulan and Shifang ultimately.
Okay.
Standing by, Shifang. Enter from here. My name is Lara Moore and I'm Head of Arts here at Branksome Hall Asia. I wanted to find something inclusive. I gave the challenge to the students to write a version themselves.
I'm so excited!
We hope that will work.
Students are actually in the script writing team. It's more like students to be engaged in the production.
The biggest problem arrives, which is the idea about the Korean princess.
Sundeok is a queen from the country of Shilla, and we thought that if we used the name as Sundeok, we would have to connect the historical context with Shilla and China.
That means that we would have to warp history in some way.
The girls have taken it upon themselves to rewrite the story according to what they are passionate about. They've been allowed to really go where they want with it.
We had all these ideas for Korean cultural integration, but when we talked to all you guys, we started to understand how your background affects the way you see art and the way you see a story.
We decided to create a fictional princess, Princess Yeonhwa, instead of Princess Sundeok, therefore solving the problem of cultural mishaps. Recently we split into different groups writing each act, and one of the hardest things that I found in the process of doing this is kind of collaborating with the other groups.
We have to explain lots of things in Acts 2. We have to explain about some bandits and lots of Korean princesses.
It was important to have cultural, historical and cultural information helping us guide the story and the narrative.
I didn't really like the idea of including Tai Chi. I was really glad that Corner could find the other type of physical kind of martial arts also can represent the spiritual and physical movement together.
Keep your balance, draw a circle around the moon. Cross the right hand over the left.
My name's Connor Quill. I'm the movement director on the show, so I'm working through the medium of dance and movement to help the girls with their sword fighting skills and their martial arts skills and general movement on stage. One of the things we're doing is we're practicing a specific type of Tai Chi called Mulan Chuen, using that movement style as a basis, as a training method, so that when I have a sword in my hand and I've been training in Mulan Chuen, hopefully it should happen a little bit more naturally and it should feel a little bit more organic. One of the challenges of the production has been to coordinate. We've got about 10 case groups. So all of those groups meet after school and they're led by different members of staff. And keeping tabs on what everybody is doing and trying to make everyone work towards a common goal is complex.
So it's going to be da, 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 da.
I'm Mr. Camsley. My job here is the drumming percussion teacher. The drumming side of it is probably only half of the challenge. The other challenge is knowing how to look and what to do on the stage.
Rest.
I just put some music notes in front of them for the first time. They could read them very quickly and very easily. They've all had musical experience in the past with piano and other instruments, so that really helps. We actually have to wheel these drums, they're on wheels and stands, so learning how to do that in formation. We're going to have to be very careful of listening because the drums are very loud, make sure we've got one ear on the orchestra at all times.
My name is Suzanne Morello. I am the MYP and DP music teacher as well as the orchestra director at Branksome Hall Asia. L'Amour approached me and asked if I would be involved in the musical, and she guided me on how she envisioned that happening. We started a case after school once a week, and girls that were interested signed up to be part of the pit orchestra. And then I wound up with a group of girls that were also doing compositions for the production. And then it just took off from there, and then before you know it, voila, the show happened.
My name is Yingying Ding, and I'm from grade 9. We are studying about Japanese music, and also Japanese music and Chinese music are connected with each other. I pretend the violin to a Chinese instrument. I think it's really powerful, and it's really excited when the whole orchestra are playing my composition. It's amazing, I think.
On the extension. Girls, so anytime you start, make sure your bow is on a string so that you start together.
My name is Heesung Tae. I actually asked Miss Moore if I can have any opportunities to work with the sounds. She suggested maybe I compose some of the songs. I said, okay.
Hi, my name is Hyowon Shon, and I'm a grade 10 student in Branksome Hall Asia.
Hi, this is Yeesun Jung, and I'm also a grade 10 student in Branksome Hall Asia. I wanted to focus on communicating the Mulan's personality and also the traditional theme.
It was my first time composing a song for the whole orchestra. So orchestration, it was challenging because I had to consider about the harmonies, different melodies that are given to each part.
Combining those knowledge about different musical instruments and combining them into one piece, that was my highlight.
When I first heard the instrument players of our school practicing my piece, I was so pleased that I was able to get this opportunity.
I have never in my career worked with girls of this caliber that could produce a product like this. I am so excited to hear everything come together, and I'm really thrilled to be a part of this with them.
So, why are you doing this to me? Okay. Whenever there's a pause in the dialogue, the students tend to remember what they're asked to do if they generate the material, and we should be stretching their creativity. Give us a little bit of dialogue, yes? Just a little smidgen. Go. I will put students on the spot and say, I don't know, figure it out.
It's really difficult.
Oh, and it's actually very challenging for actors.
No, this is the first time that we've learned to ever improvise, actually.
My name's David Kelly. I'm one of the visual art teachers here at BHA and working at the moment with a case in production set design. So these girls have been designing and constructing this element of the sets for Mulan, which is the 4 seasons, 2 screens, 2 mirror images of each other which represent the seasons which make up the 5 acts in Mulan.
We draw all the design that we want, and we Mr. Kelly chose the pictures.
We've sketched the season, and then we just cut this
the parts that we don't need with hot wire.
We have to be careful that it is like so weak. Yeah, but I'll be very glad when Mulan, the actors will use this.
I wanted to be part of the BHA's musical performance. I feel very proud.
Each act is set in a season, so there are key events that happen that revolve around the season, and the elements that are important in each of those seasons are represented in this screen. So these screens will hang on the stage, and lighting will pick up the various screens at different times when that season is relevant to the play. When it all comes together, when everything comes onto stage and when the lights come up and the music starts, it's really, really exciting.
This is one of the case activities. The students here, they're making masks for Mulan, the production. What these students are doing, they're making three-dimensional masks to then put on boards to create posters. So these would be three-dimensional posters to help promote Mulan. So basically the masks that appear in the production will appear on these posters around the school.
My goal is when we get to the show that both of us don't have anything to do. That's the goal.
I'm always blown away by the dedication and the commitment of the students.
It's the first time in 25 years where every aspect of the show has been student created.
It's going to work, it's going to be great, and the girls are super dedicated.
It was a big gamble, but it's totally paid off. The music is fantastic, the script is great. It's going to be good. There's got to be faith and trust that the kids will come up with the goods, and they've done more than that. They've exceeded all my expectations, so it's been a privilege actually to watch the process so far.